Now, the episode begins with a event called the Pan Global Games. It's just like the Olympics, but it's actually where people from across the globe are actually competing into the events that actually is based off the events from the Olympics, which are track, swimming, pole vault, and also the baton racing, and also the meter jumping, and then also the other games that I actually knew but couldn't quite remember the events. But the Rangers are so excited to actually see the games. However, the commander actually said they had to wait because they had to maintain the Morvex towers that will actually has to be reviewed. Which, even though they are Rangers and they cannot miss the games, but they actually have a responsibility to protect the city. So Ralphie actually decided to draw hats to see three people can actually go, which of course Devin, Zoe, and Nate are actually going, while him and Steele stay behind and watch the game. However, we saw Blaze and Roxy appeared, and they actually found a dumbbell, which is actually part of the event called the weightlifting competition, was also part of a World's Strongest Man competition as well. And they actually use it to create a new Robotron called Dumbbelltron, which a monster with the raids as his weapons, and which he actually appeared in Devin, Zoe, and Nate Morph, and they actually battled the Dumbbelltron, and they actually had the race on top of them, and they couldn't move. So Ralphie and Steel morph and battle the Dumbbelltron, and which of course Steel tried to get the weights off of them, while Ralphie battles and defeat the Dumbbelltron. However, we actually saw how they got the weights off of them, but they actually show that missed some of the events, which Ralphie actually was upset, in which they actually thought how selfish he was for not taking responsibilities and watching the games. Which we actually saw how Blaze and Roxy have come up with another plan, which of course creating a new Robotron. But they actually taken the Coliseum and turned it into a Robotron without any Gigadroids. However, we saw Devin and Cruz use the Razor Sword and actually investigate, but they actually was transported into the Coliseum where the Alpha Droid actually appeared, and which appears to be a wrestling ring, which is another event, the wrestling competition, which they actually defeated Alpha Droid. So they actually come up with another way to escape, which the other Rangers has to find out as well. Which of course Devin has to battle the Beta Droid and Gamer Droid as well, which his second return. He actually battled a 2-on-1 attack in which he defeated Beta Droid as well. But they decided to hitch a ride on a new Giga Droid called the Data Droid, and they actually failed, including their Zords, which they cannot actually budge. So they decided to merge with the Beast X King Zord and actually transform it into the Beast X King Ultrazord, in which they actually have used it to destroy the Colosseum, which revealed to be a Robotron called Boxertron, which I'm hoping that could be a new Olympics event, in which they actually use the new Ultrasword to defeat two Gigadroids, and then together they defeated Boxer Droid, and with that, they actually defeated them. and Ralphie actually apologized for being selfish and not taking responsibilities. But even though some of the events have been over, they still actually have time to catch one more event, which is the martial arts event, which that actually is a real sports event as well. Now, the part where the Zords are in the wrestling ring and battle the Gigadroids is actually amazing. But I'm really actually enjoying the new sword, the Beast X King Ultrazord. It was actually amazing. Even though it is actually a special episode, it's not really actually a episode 8, which is actually gonna be on next weekend. So I cannot wait to see what's gonna happen on the real next episode next weekend. So anyway, like this video, subscribe for more, and comment what you think about the special episode. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and my Facebook page. Until then, this anime guy joining you saying signing out. Laters.